sent our war runner. Takiro.
Naga Siren!
Hunter.
Alright, so a quick go over of the teams right now. We have on AFI side, we have Hakion on the Luna. On Tidehunter, we have IX Mike Donnie. On the Vengeful Spirit, we have the Dai Noza. On Death Prophet, we have the Sir Nero, and Slark will be played by their Flow 331 Fun DK. On FaRa's side, we have the Mirana as AJ Pixie, I think that is. For the Jakira, we have Jackie, the Naga Siren, we have Chuck, and the Gyrocopter as Terrence. And then the can't forget him, the Centaur Warrunner as John. So here we go to lanes though. They are going to actually have a mid Mirana, which then their Centaur off lane, and the tri lane definitely, it's going to be the Naga Siren as a support, which, you know, I said it could definitely happen. I wasn't expecting as much, but there we go, we have it. And it is going to be an aggro tri lane with the Luna and the Tidehunter and the Venge, which can, like I said, be early game potential right there for them. We're going to start this out. Let's see if we can get those first bloods. Now they do have the ward on the tops for the river. They're blocking a couple of camps on the bottom. I guess they, you know, didn't want that pull to be there, so they thought it wasn't going to be an aggro. Sorry about the start of the cast, guys, too. I wasn't pressing the button, actually, to cast. I was going through the normal stream. I totally messed that up, but here we go. I'm back, and you guys can hear me now. We have a pause real quick from lag. Alright, here we go, back in. A little bit of a delay right there with the lag. So now what's nice is, although AFI does have the tri-lane, you know, the aggro, on FaRa's side they do have nice de-initiation. You know, they have the Jakiro stun as well as the Naga net. They can easily stop the fight if need be, if they want to, you know, re-initiate or get back out of that. Out to middle right now, it seems like they're going to maybe, I don't know, I thought we had the Gyrocopter putting off that homing missile. So on bottom we have the Slark and Centaur just battling it out. Now let's actually pull up the last hits and denies here. So we have 6 last hits on the Mirana, and now for the Death Prophet. Oh, there's actually we have the first blood. Can we get that? The arrow? No. He's back, and he's taking a lot of harass actually from the creeps. He almost got him with the Crypt Swarm. Really close. He was down about 40 health there for that Mirana. That was close, but did not want to miss that first blood. Alright, now for the Death Prophet though, he has 4 last hits compared to the Mirana for 6, and 6 denies on the Mirana. Very, you know, good lasting right there for him. Oh, one second, I gotta shut off my other screen here. It seems to be bottom turning. There we go. It was stopping me from cutting off to the other screen. Kept bouncing over, making it hard to kind of cast here. And here comes the pull on top. It seems like they're going to contest it a little bit. They're moving over Tide. I don't want to get too much out of position though. Those 2 stuns can still take down a Tide very early. Seems like we have a little bit of lag again. But now on FaRa's side though, we do see the smoke gank has popped up. The Jakiro and Naga are going to push out to mid real quick. If AFI doesn't notice this, you know, I mean, if they do notice it, they could easily push in on this gyro and try and take him out. But they don't really have any ward coverage right there to see them, you know, smoke up and get out. Just, you know, we'll see how this goes if it takes too late for them to find it. here they go, the two supports. Perfect net. We got a perfect ice path. And here we go, the Naga goes in for the net, hits it on the desktop there, it's the perfect net to keep him up, and there's the ice pass. That is the first pass, first blood for Jackie on there. Gonna help out that Mirana on that middle lane, perfect there. See, now they know the supports are gone, so they are gonna push up a little. They're back in. It's hard to, you know, push up on a gyrocopter, especially with his rocket barrage to the flat cannon. So far, the easy off lane, you know, over here is just kind of just hanging out. You know, we have the 12 last hits on the Centaur and 13 now, but 12 on the Slark as well. So there's kind of, you know, back and forth, just hanging out, doing their thing, getting their CS and their farm up. Just check back up on top here. Now, Rana's got, or the Luna has her pretty decent farm, so it's really even on each side for all their farmers, you know, to the off lanes to the middle. I'm seeing great CS here. The Death Prophet's the only one that's lacking, but, you know, she just got ganked. It's going to be kind of hard firsting up against that Rana as well. If you can't, you know, get hit by those Crypt Swarms, it's going to keep you in there. And there we go, we have Jakiro picking up another smoke, so they're going to try and get another gank going. They're trying to take this advantage as early as possible with these two stuns. As well as, I've never seen Naga in a support role, you know, go too far in, you know, his late game. She does kind of digress, I think. So getting that early net advantage is going to be helpful. Calling that top missing there, and Naga them, they're going to set up for, they pull it, and they're going to go to the smoke, I'm assuming, right afterwards. And now on FaRa side, they're trying to keep this whole top warded. They're pretty close to the wards here, but it's going to keep a nice vision on this stack. They're trying to make sure they can still pull, you know, to get the creep pull back. AFI is going to contest this one a little bit, pull down the creeps there. Still great CS going on from the Mirana and Luna, as, you know, as well as the Centaur is now pulled ahead a little bit though on that farm. I mean, with the Centaur, it's going to be hard for the Slark to take him out, at least definitely early game. That stomp to the double edge is going to really rip down a Slark. He was only sitting at 720, you know, for that health there. Oh, there's a kill on the Death Prophet. I totally missed that there. They did that smoking, and they grabbed her real quick. And they're running back top. Naga actually has a haste on her at the moment. And are they going to use this? There is the gyrocopter bomb. They're just going to back off. Looks like Slark's initial down here. He jumped in, he has it, he's going actually. There's the double edge, it took him down, but he had not enough right there. That's Slark making some work. Rana's actually going to be rotating down the bottom right now. They may actually just try and gank out this Slark real quick with the Rana and Centaur TPing back in. There's the arrow. They're going to get a perfect arrow right there on that Rana. Here comes the Centaur ult and stop, and he is out. What a great rotation right there, and you know they had that ward, so they were able to see, you know, Slark sitting right there in the bush, and that was a perfect fight for them. But on top, they exchange supports right now. Jakiro and Vengeful both down. It's kind of a, you know, even fight right there for them. But, you know, Gyro and Naga are going to come back up. Naga has really no mana to do anything right now. She needs to get a little bit more mana up on her before she can help. Gyro's kind of pushing back that creep lane. 4 top, and Naga, or Death Prophet, is actually 7. She has that ulti. They may actually try and go for this push now and try and go right into it. A nice Crypt Swarm, push that Gyro out. You don't want his ultimate to be that de-initiate, you know, push them out. His ultimate is really good for that, and there it is. Take down that creep wave behind the little. There's Ice Pass, almost picked up the Tide Hunter right there. There's the ulti from the Death Prophet. They're pushing this. A little bit, I think, premature for the Death Prophet, but either way, you know, they're gonna have the ult for a little bit longer, so they can still push this. They took out that creep wave. It's just right now the creeps are hitting all of the, are taking all the ghosts right now from her ulti. On bottom, we have another kill on the Slark. I'm missing these guys, I apologize. But they are now just pushing the bottom. So it seems like on FaRa's side, they are getting a little bit more of a push advantage. You know, they use that Death Prophet ulti on top, and it hasn't really, wasn't able to help them out too much with the Gyrocopter. That Gyro ult, you know, it can definitely stop a push real quick. They may just be rotating, but they're gonna get that tower bottom. And first tower is gonna go to FaRa's side then. Oh, and there's a Tide that might actually be able to, nope, he's got his line. They're pinging right there, they wanna go. Tide Hunter gets that gush. Slows down that Naga, but they're not gonna really do much else. Basically pushing them out, saying, hey, get out of here. Stay out of my area. There's the Centaur. They're actually going to push this here. They go. Yep, there they go. The Ice Path, miss on the Ice Path, but on bottom, he's actually running from the Slark. So maybe the reason why he did that, but they actually tried to initiate on top because of it. Centaur's going to be able to make it out. They're calling those pings there. They see them moving down. They're just going to throw an arrow right into his face real quick. Get that Starfall. And is he perfect? Picked him up, takes out the Tide Hunter, pops up the illusion, and now she's going on that Vengeful. Here's the Death Prophet right behind though. Is she going to be able to pick any of them up? There we go. And there's the Death Prophet ult. She takes down the Vengeful though, and she's going to just start running, taking those bottle sips. And on top, they're actually able to pick off the Luna as well since the supports were not there. Center comes in with the stun, misses that, and he's going to take, Death Prophet's going to take down the Rana with her ulti. Sometimes it starts running away, that Censor's going to just back out right now. So a nice trade. They're able to take out the carry for AFI, take a couple supports, and the Death Prophet ult is down now. So it's going to be a little bit longer before they can start pushing again. Got about, a minute right there. Have another smoke up on Jakiro. They're going to try and go for another one of those smoke ganks. There they are, trying to catch off some of those wards, but they have them on the top end up there, so they're not going to be able to catch that one out. We have an initiation on the Luna. There's the Naga net. The bomb from Zhao is already going in, and here comes Jakiro as well. Can they pick him off, or is he really making it out of this one? Here comes the Tide on behind the second ult. They're really pushing for it, and they take out the Luna, and the Ice Path secures them a way out. Nice Ice Path. Blocked off that whole one right there, and kept the team at bay. The two supports at least. And Slark actually went down on bottom too, and trying to keep up on all these fights. It's 12 minutes in, and we have at least 13 kills already. 10 for FaRa, 3 for AFI. It's a bloody game. And not really much tower pushing going on as well. They had the one on bottom, but other than that, they've been just kind of going for those kills. Keep the game at their pace. And the Centaur does have the blink. I don't know if this is something he just picked up recently. It is 12 minutes. He may have had a little bit sooner with how this game's going. But there's actually the Rana ult. Misses the Luna just a little bit. Centaur ult stop. Taking down that Vengeful Spirit Marana's actually almost, oh, Slark jumped on the gyro. He's gonna run away, hide up in the trees over there. And there goes the TP out. There is the Death Prophet ult. De-initiating this fight right now, pushing them out. They may just go for the push now, but they do have the two supports from FaRa. There's a Nog ult. The Nog ult, and they get a perfect bullseye on the Death Prophet. Nice arrow right there. They initiate on the Death Prophet, take her out. Even with the ulti up, and they start going for it. Centaur making work with those stomps. Nice dodge inside to kind of push the Naga out, but Marana's still going. Marana has the arrow up again. She has the Starfall. She picks up the arrow on the Tidehunter, and they are just still pushing right into that tier 1. See, with that Luna, she's only level 5 at the moment, so this is kind of making it a little bit harder for their team to fight. With levels, it's definitely in favor of FaRa with the Marana and the Centaur being 11, and not too far behind on the gyro. But once that Luna gets her ultimate, it may change the pace of this battle. But she definitely needs to get that level 6. So it seems like on their side with their double edge stomp, and they take out that Death Prophet. And now they should really pick up this tower right here as well. If we don't really have much more to contest that. So like I was saying, with the Luna, I mean, she's 6 now, which is going to be helpful, but definitely with that tri-lane, it kind of slowed her down. The supports were sitting there, trying to fight and help, but they weren't getting too many kills. So on FaRa's center, there's the jump on Gyrocopter. Will Slark be able to get him? He has leap up. Can he get this? He's going for the gyro. He hits him. Perfect leap by the Slark, takes him out. But Marana's coming up now as well. Marana did go ahead and Venture take her out. They're going to duke it out right now. He's going to have to run. It does have, there's the last hit right there. Centaur ult to give her that little bit of speed boost to make sure that Marana can get him. Let's see right now, Death Prophet, she has, her mana boots bottle, pretty standard, but a little bit under farmed. I think, at this moment, she's going to need a little bit more. And Marana's sitting at 10 kills at the moment, which is pretty good. She's been sitting in the middle, but helping out everywhere she can. Another arrow for Marana, Death Prophet, taking her out before she can even pop the ulti. And Tidehunter's just going to have to get out of there. Centaur tried to get in there and get a stop. And they're going to be pushing this tier 1. And they take that out. See, and that's what they need on AFI's team. If that guy can get that blink and help out there, they try to block that. But as of right now, FaRa is in the lead with the XP, as well as the gold. So they're going to have a decent advantage right now unless they can get their support and their carry a little bit farmed up. Take that tower, take that kill, and then they just get out of there. Oh, there's the Marana ult actually. They're going to go right back in. They're going to go for that Slark. Do they see him? There he is. Come on, they get that Ice Path. Ice Path, and they take him out. So a nice little tactic there to kind of back out, just Marana ult back in. The team, thinks everything's safe. They leave, and now they have another tower that they're just pushing into. And AFI's definitely have to come in and contest this, but can they actually at this moment? They, still have gyros. All gyros ultimate for 5 seconds, so they have the nice ultimate on their side. And they have Nog ult for the initiate if need to, so that's going to be pretty much taken uncontested then. But Tide's not too far away from his blink. If he can get that, like I said again, that'll help out the fights there. Centaur's actually picked up his Hood of Defiance now. Going to probably a pipe to try and help out with a little bit of that magic damage they'll be taking. If they do get the Luna ult, one of those fights with Luna ult, and that is actually help them out. And there's no ward coverage right now on AFI for that area, so they know they're going into the replay, but they can't tell for sure. They don't have much vision going on that end of the map. As of right now, FaRa has, map dominance on the bottom end, up to their Ancients, as well as the very top. They have this pretty much warded up. right into a smoke, so they're going to push back into their area. They know that Tide's in there. They see it. They see a Slark. They see Avenge. They have that ward up. Stop right behind the ward. I guess he's about to try and blink. Trying to mess that up here. But there's the Run alt drop, or the Naga alt drops it down, and they pick off the Vengeful. And there's the Rana arrow though. The initiative of the Tide can help him out there. The Slark can get away. Instead of getting like a stun, I just have to keep him there until it's away. And there's the Luna ult. That'll help out that fight right there. Luna's going to be able to... They have their Piranha ulti as well. They hide into the forest right there. Centaur's going to get away. They're just non-stop fighting here with the Death Prophet ult though. That's going to take down the Piranha. But she does have Aegis. We'll be right back up in a second. So nice counter initiative by the Tide. It helped to buy the team a little bit of free space to get everyone in there to help out. Slark was still taken down, but that's what they have to do to help out, take a couple people out and stop that push. They did drop the Aegis now, which is helpful on their side. We're looking at taking a look at the XP and gold here, and there's still a pretty good advantage in the FaRa side over a 15k lead. They're actually pushing back in. The Mirana gets another arrow on the Death Prophet, and she de-initiates that when she sees the whole team, and her team looks like they're going to push up towards top actually. Have those pings on middle. Mirana's just going to sit here and I guess buy them some time. Most of the team is here. They're going to be pushing top now. Mirana can sit here and keep this middle preoccupied. And they do have her ulti up in 25, so they're going to have to play it safe a little bit, I guess, on their end if they're going to try and do those ult and smoke ganks again. Oh, there's an invis on the Mirana, but I guess they were seeing her come through. She was middle a second ago. Just trying to keep a little bit of advantage, make sure that they don't have any wards. She's actually going for it. She misses the arrow, hits the Starfall though, and she starts to run out now. Team, if they're a little bit quicker on there, they could have easily picked her off. That was pretty gutsy on her end. But Mirana's sitting there with 12 kills, 1 death, so she's going to be playing that role. We're going back to the farming up in the forest right now with the 76 last hits, so they're still not too far in the last hits, but this gold advantage from the tower. But there's the Centaur blink, stomp, and double edge again. Slark's gonna run up their TLT. Death Prophet ult, taking down those first, can do much damage with the Tidehunter ult. And there's the Naga and the Vanish right there. They're gonna try and hold them in place. They want to get on top of this group right here. They're gonna pick out that Tide. And there's the arrow from Piranha as well, takes out the Vengeful. They are just pushing into this game and not letting it go. With the 21 minute, like I said, with the Naga, it's perfect nets. But later on, she's gonna be not as useful as a support as possible. So they're taking this advantage, and they know they can't go to late game as much with this Luna Tide. They had the push strat, but this FaRa is just fighting way too often for them. Here they go. They need to try and stop this push, but Tide's ult is down as well as Death Prophet's. There's 2 big ults on their team. They do have Lunas, but is that going to be enough? With Centaur, he does have his pipe now, so that's going to help to keep them out of those fights. We're going to take a little bit of a break from the fights right now. We have Mirana just going back on the bottom and kind of push out that tower, and the rest of her team's going to head up top to start the push. And AFI, I see this little bit of break. They're gonna go push in the or get their forest creeps, de-ward. They know that Slark is there and alone right now. They have the ward coverage, watching for those switches from middle to top lane. Here we go. Slark is alone right now, but they're gonna hit that tower. It'll be uncontested. Mirana just pushes to the bottom, because then they can go straight for the tier 2 if need be. There is the fortification, but not much to even expect right now. And then Team FaRa is just going to back out, and they do have, yeah, they have the Mirana ult if they needed to get out. There we go, and now the team's going to swap, and they're just going to go back to middle, pushing that. And they're just keeping this, they're taking the whole map and saying this is ours. Making sure that, you know, on Team AFI they don't get too much farm or get too much space. They take down that bottom tower as well and contest it, but looks like Team AFI is going to try and go through the forest here. Maybe go into a pickoff. No, they're backing out. Replaying those wards up to try and keep that coverage in their forest. They don't want you know, anyone on AFI side to get that farm. Seems like Tide's going to be calling up the up there. Here they go for the smoke gank. They're going to try and change the battle now. They want to get this little bit of an advantage that they need right now. They need to get the Tide blink into ult. There we go. Perfect. And a game pause on Vengeful side. So looking right now, we have a lot of ult, but there's the Death Prophet. They're setting up for this fight. They want to take it. And there's the Naga D initiation. So they're going to get out of there. You know, that's what's really nice about on Team FaRa side. They do have that Naga to easily get them out of a fight as long as that's up. Mirana is jumping straight into that. Takes down the Vengeful here. They're fighting it. They're going. Death Prophet's ult is still up. It's actually going down at this moment. But they're pushing. Their Mirana and their Gyro has the BKB. So their Gyro's actually not even here at the moment. Still off farming those Ancients as they're pushing. And they're going to call this GG. So good game, Team FaRa takes this one. I don't think they had a top on Team AFI. They had too many fights going on. But good game from both teams. And here on League of Dota, FaRa versus AFI. Hope you guys like the casting. Again, twitch.tv/monthsagame. You guys can always check me out, and I'll be doing more casting gaming. Thank you.